Hey, Dina here. Sorry, it's another commentary. But just a quick update first. I'm starting to get caught up with some videos I started before life got in the way, and then I had to put those aside because October is coming, and if you watch my videos, you know that every October I have a big multi-part Game Den episode, so I had to get working on that. In September, I will be bringing back my podcast. I had to skip it this month, and I hope to start doing some Let's Plays again soon. So I am on the verge of a comeback, I just need a little more time. Anyway, for now, hope you enjoy hearing about these 2 old Still Gaming episodes I did. Okay, so this was my second attempt at a video review. In typical Still Gaming fashion, we always started the video with video game footage, because we felt that at the end of the day, the video is about the game, not about the reviewer. Not that there's anything inherently wrong with playing a character or having skits or whatever. I mean, you know, we were both big fans of Angry Video Game Nerd, but it's just not the way we wanted to approach it. I guess we've kind of relaxed that rule, but that was how we thought of it at the time anyway. So this was the first episode where I started taking pictures of myself. I bet it's really hard to tell. I just did such a stellar job with it. I like how the entire room looks tilted. Not to mention how washed out I look because I'm too close to the camera.
Welcome to the insanity that is Alien Crush.
I'm actually not too happy with this video in retrospect. I think it's cool that I picked a really obscure game to talk about, and I covered some good points, I guess, but I don't know, there's just too many instances where I just go a little too long without talking. I kind of wanted to just have some game footage by itself for a little while, but I think it just kind of went on a little too long. I think it drags. It's kind of a forced visual gag coming up. Yeah, it's me as Sadako. I think I just took that picture just for shits and giggles, and I basically just tried to find a way to shoehorn it into this video. I'm like, oh, I like horror stuff. Ooh, look at me, I'm scary because I like horror stuff. What is that? I don't even... One problem I used to have, and still have really, I've just stopped trying to fight it, is that I have a really hard time not making my videos way too lengthy. In the case of this one, I think I wanted it to be about 2 minutes long and it ended up being 4 minutes. And I've done other videos where it's like, I'll aim for it being about 5 minutes long and it'll end up being 10 minutes long. I still make videos that are pretty damn long, only now I just chop them up. I'm actually okay with them being long now, I just try to make sure they don't drag. If they feel really long, it's kind of bad. This game was actually really hard to cover because while there's a whole lot of fun little visual details I wanted to show, like almost every bumper on the game is like an egg, and if you hit it enough times it'll hatch and a monster will come out, and there's just so many different little things like that I wanted to show, but there's really only so much I could think of to say about this game. I mean, it's a gory pinball game that looks like it was designed by H.R. Geiger, you know? Once you say that, there isn't really a whole lot left to discuss. Ironically, I plan on covering this on the Game Den at some point, so that's gonna be interesting. I'll make it work somehow. Also, my reviews were not scripted back then, so you can hear me like pause and falter a lot during the voice work. And I'm sure stuff like that happens during like my Let's Plays and stuff, but I definitely have a lot more confidence than I used to. Yeah, I was going through a very short phase at the time where I thought I looked good with my hair up. I don't know what I was thinking there. And you may notice I'm not wearing my glasses. I actually literally forgot to wear them. I don't know how I did that. I didn't notice until after I looked at the pictures, and I'm just like, fuck it. I'm just not going to be wearing my glasses in this one. Oh, Sadako again. Yeah, make sure people see that because that's comedy gold. Okay, I'm done making fun of this review. Okay, so I'm doing these in order, and this is actually my third attempt at a video game review. This was actually the first review I ever did where I actually, even to this day, I actually kind of like it. It definitely has its problems, but this was the first review I ever did that I was actually pleased with the result. There's an image coming up that I actually found on the internet, but I actually did get to see this exhibit in person, and it was pretty damn awesome. Unlike most people who like dinosaurs when they're kids and then they just kind of grow out of it, I never grew out of my love for dinosaurs, but I had never actually seen dinosaur bones, dinosaur skeletons up close, and that was a really awesome experience. I did take lots of pictures, but unfortunately I couldn't find them in time for the review. This was my first attempt at a negative review. I'd been going through my Sega Saturn games and I came across this one, and I didn't remember very much about it except for the fact that GamePro gave it a pretty low rating. I basically didn't listen to them and I bought it anyway, and I ended up kind of regretting it. It's, like I say in the video, it's like beautifully done, you know, visually, and it's got great music and everything, but it needed a lot more polish. As I recall, the controls were kind of slippery, and there are some weird little visual glitches. Also, and I got some pretty heavy criticism for this, I think the difficulty level of this game is just completely ridiculous. It's not that I think there's anything wrong with having difficulty in games. I mean, I get that they're supposed to be challenging and everything, but in my opinion, part of the reason that this game is so damn hard, to put it bluntly, is that it just doesn't play very well. I thought I made that pretty clear early on, but I did get quite a few nasty comments of people saying things like, you just don't like the game because you suck at it. I also feel that games should start off easy so that you can get a feel for it and then gradually get more and more difficult. I'm just not a fan of games that are damn near impossible right out of the gate. So yeah, no, I'm not saying it's a bad game because I'm all pissy because I'm just not good at it. I openly admit I'm not a very good gamer. I think this game is bad because of poor design. But yeah, I wasn't kidding that I got some really nasty comments on it. I actually had Lee go and disable the comments for the YouTube video because I just got tired of going back and reading people, you know, just bashing the hell out of me because I don't like a game they like. It's like, get over it. I mean, some people, they nearly had to have had a hand in developing the game to get as upset with me as they did. I mean, it's like, Sega Saturn is really difficult to develop games for, you dumb bitch! You know, it's like, Jesus Christ, people. Video games are serious frickin' business, aren't they? Oh, one thing that could have been better about this review was the sound quality on my voice is really bad. I like the Mario gag, but I think it was set up kind of awkwardly. That was a problem I had with my earlier videos, that I would come up with legitimately good ideas for like a little gag to throw in, but I wouldn't know how to lead up to it properly. I did the same thing in my Golden Axe Game Den episode where I threw in a Captain S reference. It's like I don't segue into it very gracefully. Yeah, this is one of those levels that I think is beautiful, and I think it's a pretty cool concept for a level, but it should have been put way later in the game. It's only about the second or third level. That's crazy. This level, too, that freaking Carnotaurus is brutal. But yeah, it never occurred to me that there would actually be people who were like such big fans of this game that they would defend it so damn fiercely and get so freaking mad that I just pointed out some things I thought were wrong with it. I mean, it's not like it's Street Fighter 2 or Halo or, you know, it's freaking Lost World Jurassic Park for the Sega Saturn. I mean, I guess that's just the internet for you, but you know, at the time I was kind of new at this sort of thing, and I just did not expect that. You can see that my left arm is kind of sticking out in these pictures. It's not too noticeable. These were like the best pictures I had taken for my Still Gaming episodes because I came up with a new way of doing it. With Alien Crush, I was just kind of blindly, you know, aiming the camera in my direction and snapping pictures. With this one, I took the pictures in our old apartment, And it had like a sink and a mirror that was outside the bathroom, and it was right next to the closet. So what I did was I actually looked in the mirror, and I could see the viewer thingy on my camera, and I could actually tell that I was centered correctly. Unfortunately, you can see the closet and the bedroom and stuff in the background, so the background isn't too interesting, but technically the pictures are better. And yes, I totally half-assed this part of the video. It was kind of my way of saying fuck you to the game. I did make a mistake, though, which I was totally kicking myself for later. When I was scanning through all this footage, I accidentally cut out one of the characters that you play as. It was the human hunter, and I ended up not showing that in my video. I guess I must not have noticed it until the video was done, or maybe the video was so close to being done that I just didn't care enough that I just let it go. I think I actually look okay in this video too. I hadn't quite pinned down my look yet, and how to focus the camera on myself that it was the most flattering, but I think I was getting a little bit closer at least by this point. Oh, and one more thing I got flack for, and I'm a little tired of talking about the haters now, but they actually took this rating seriously. I mean, come on, 0.5 for graphics, 1 for music, 1 for JP LOLZ, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. I mean, come on. That was obviously a joke. I end on some glitchy footage just for comedy factor. And that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed that. See you next time.